I'm falling, but I feel like I'm floating. I'm screaming, but I feel like I'm choking. Can you not hear? Maybe you don't care. I'm falling, but I feel like I'm floating. I'm screaming, but I feel like I'm choking. Can you not hear? Or maybe you don't care. I should be strong cause my heart is beating, but I'm feeling scared, yes I'm weakened. They say the strong they survive, the silence of armor up and I cry. Take me to the place where I can feel your love and grace. It's somewhere inside of me, the wings that makes me beautiful and free.
So this is the music of Empress Rolling.
Like I'm floating, I'm screaming, but I feel like...
And she has some brand new music out. We wanted to invite Rolly to come on the show. As you know, these days, because of what's happening with COVID-19, we've not been able to have a wonderful guest in studio, but we have Empress Rolly on the telephone line with us this morning. And of course, we're going to get to see her on 98.1 TV as well. So we'd encourage you to follow us online, CBC 947, on Instagram, and also on Facebook. Hey, good morning to you, Empress Rolly.
Hi, good morning, Barbados. Good morning, everyone. In the world, we're sending love and blessings from St. Andrew. I hope you all are hanging in there.
You were telling me about how wonderful outside looks.
Oh, yes, it's nice and overcast. We've had rain up here now nearly consistently for a week. So, of course, for us, the agents are now having to resort even more to agriculture and planting our own food. That's clearly a blessing, and we're so thankful. I've been in the ground nearly every single day. My back hurt, but I am very thankful for the rain.
Oh, that's simply amazing. What are you planting up, Empress?
Right now, I just finished reaping some sweet potatoes, which was awesome. It's the first set of sweet potatoes we've gotten for a long time because we have a monkey issue up here. We have okras, cassavas, beans, tomatoes, sweet potatoes. And then also my son has his own makeshift greenhouse out of old pallets. We're trying to recycle as much material as possible. So he has pawpaws in there and tomatoes. So yes, but we're expanding, of course. We're trying to add everything in the garden that we will need on a day-to-day basis. And then hopefully when we get the resources and the equipment, my future plan is to plant as much food as possible. So especially during these hard times, I can make like lots of care packages and assist my Bajan people because it's really, really difficult.
Oh, that's so wonderful, Rolly.
Thank you.
It's always good to hear from you because I know you are always doing something just to put a smile not only on my face, but a big smile in my heart.
Thank you, Tisha.
And that really makes a big difference.
Well, thank you. You make me smile too.
Oh, that's wonderful. So, kindred spirits. You have some new music out.
Yes, please.
Playing one of the last ones that you released, which we literally murder here on 94.7.
Oh, wow, thank you.
I absolutely love it.
Thank you.
This one called Floating. I know you've been working with a few different producers, so tell me about that move.
Oh.
And how it has changed your sound, working with different producers.
Working with different producers for me has always been extremely intriguing. I love the fact that we could be so many creatives from different countries, but we still unite within our music. So I have been working with G20 Records, which is a hardcore Jamaican label, and they're perfectionists, so that's Floating. So with every producer, I always send back the vocals and what I would think is the finished mix, and then they put in their own input and their own ideas to okay the track. I have been working with Simeon Brown from Wundamang Production, which is Guyana, and it's my first Guyanese production, which is Take My Love for Granted, and he was fantastic. His rhythm has a lot. His rhythm is not a rhythm, it's music. So I'm the only person on this specific instrumental, and he actually came to Barbados for a seminar which was held at the Hilton. So he's visited Barbados a few times and he loves it. He's also a perfectionist, and we waited quite a while before we released the song. I have also, which is You Said, which is another one for this year. I'm going hard this year, Tisha. I'm trying to stay focused and positive, right?
I can tell.
Yeah, so then we have You Said, which is a Canadian Sea View production. Now, Sea View is an area in Jamaica. They have collaborated with BDS, Prince Light, which is in Canada. He's a Bajan roots, but he also lives in Canada. And then Tom Banfield from the UK, he's a Swedish UK DJ, and he reached out for my Swedish Bajan song Du bara ljuger, which was originally produced by Audiolab, Teddy. That's one of the horses sneezing. so it's been extremely inspiring and a learning process, which I love, because in music you always grow. In the beginning, when you first start out, you think you're just fabulous, you know what I mean? And everything you're doing is great, but then as you grow within music and grow spiritually, you realize that music is all about growth. And again, that's what makes it very exciting, because you never stop learning. So I've learned so much from them. They're also producing, top artists, and they approach the promotion of your music quite different, I would say, from my own Barbadian producers. Whereas they load up your music on all platforms, they make it available, because Spotify and other platforms are not available to us artists in Barbados, unless, I guess, you know how to go around it. So they are really pushing my music. It's been played all over Europe. My music is playing in Sweden every week. So I've been very excited, and I feel excited to be repping Barbados on that level.
All right, wonderful. Tell me a little bit about the connections, how you were able to make them. You talked about the Guyanese producer being here for a presentation at the Hilton.
Right.
But outside of that, how are you able to, or what do you do to reach out to artists outside of our shores to be able to work with some of these artists, as you said, out of Guyana, Jamaica, not only here in the region, but extra-regionally as well?
Yes. I didn't actually reach out to these producers. They saw my music online. So in all 4 instances, I was pushing really hard online, and I try to keep my pages active, even if it's not always music I share. And I feel like they maybe felt like now is the time to do Empress Rohi's music, because my music I try to stay positive and inspirational. So they reached out to me. The Swedish DJ reached out to me because he actually went on YouTube and saw this song in Swedish, and he couldn't believe that somebody in Barbados is singing in Swedish, and especially dancehall fusion. So all of them reached out to me and sent me ideas or sent me the music and said, "Hi, Empress, do you mind voicing this?"
Wow. So for those people who don't know, where did your Swedish come from?
I was born in Stockholm. I was born in Stockholm, Sweden. My father was a Barbadian. Unfortunately, he's passed away. He was a musician as well. My mother is a Swedish redhead, so I am mixed up, what we call a reds or browning here in Barbados. So I'm part Viking, part Bajan. I think it's a lovely mix-up, like a hot pepper sauce. So Swedish was actually my first language until I moved here as a child in the 80s.
Was it difficult, the transition?
Yes, it was very difficult because compared to Barbados, I don't know what it is like now, but in Sweden you grow up privileged compared to how children grow up in Barbados, and you're not exposed to life in the manner that we are. Like here is more real. Your family might not got food, but you got breadfruit, so you got to eat breadfruit for a week. Like I think in Sweden we're spoiled, so I ain't eating breadfruit for no whole week because I'm going to throw a tantrum. Obviously I was just 8 years old then. But yes, also the Barbadian culture is very strict compared to the Swedish culture, whereas we don't have to wear uniforms in school. Here in Barbados, you have to wear uniforms. We don't have to be, not that we don't have to be mannerly to teachers, but you can't spank your children. You can't spank the children. The children are more mouthy and disrespectful. It was a huge transition culture-wise. But I am thankful I came to Barbados because I believe it brought out my spirituality and the more hardcore self. I would never want to trade my Bajan roots and my Bajan home to move back to Sweden. I love Barbados. I love the people in Barbados. Love the culture.
What an amazing story.
Thank you.
I have to say good morning. Tell your twin sister good morning.
Yes.
Yeah, always great to hear from you, Rolly. So let's listen into this new track that you shared with us yesterday. This one is called Took My Love for Granted.
Yes, please.
What else do you want people to know about this track?
This track is to express, how I feel, and I find a lot of people feel and what they go through in life, where you actually try to extend your love and your blessings to other people. They seem to take it for granted because they get on like you don't have feelings yourself, and they shouldn't return the love and they shouldn't return the blessings when it's your turn. And during COVID especially, it's important that we share whatever we have. We share our blessings, even though for a lot of us we're catching anxiety by now, because even if you can share food, it's not like I can share my bills with people. They will laugh at me. So, we need to be able to trade in between each other, encourage each other, help each other through. Everyone copes with situations differently, and it doesn't make anybody weaker or stronger. It makes us human.
Absolutely. Here it is. This one is called Took My Love for Granted. Empress Rolly, something brand new.
Everything that my father does said. Don't wanna see me grow, constantly there and killing my floor. You try to help them, they bring you some create and I can't trample them on a gun. They hurt your feelings, making you feel down. They took my love for granted. They kept it sweet that I had done.
All right. So, Rolly, good to have you with us.
Thank you. It was awesome being there.
And, I'm loving the track.
Thank you.
And I want to wish you the best with it. It would be great to see a music video with this one.
Yes, thank you. I am looking forward to when we can return to semi-normal here in Barbados and we can do our music video because, of course, you will need a crew. But if I had to, I would probably do a selfie music video. You got to be creative. So if one thing don't work, we move on and we do something different. So, yes, a music video is definitely coming out.
Absolutely. And I'm sure people would love to see that beautiful space where you are.
Thank you.
Yeah. Enjoy the sunshine. Enjoy the rain. It was wonderful to hear the horse in the background. You said he was sneezing?
You should see the video. The horses are in the video, my dear.
Oh, I'm loving that. I can't wait to see that video.
They're here dancing. They're snuffling my hair. They're giving me kisses.
Oh.
Oh, yes.
Where are you? You're in the stable with the horses?
Yes, I'm in the stables, my sister's stables in St. Andrew. And of course, because of lockdown, it's only me and the horses here. But, you know, they know if some of them are family bloodlines, so they know me from previous. And even so, I probably sound so much like my twin sister. They want to know why I haven't fed them yet. They're like, hello, go feed us, go work. Horses and work goes hand in hand.
That's wonderful. I'm just amazed to know how you are able to kind of do it all because, you know, you don't break stride when you come in to tell us about the music and making the music and you're out there working the land and you have these horses and you're doing such awesome work with them as well. So it must be a real balancing act.
Yes, thank you, Tisha. It's extremely difficult. And I mean, like everyone else, many mornings I wake up and I'm like, I can't do this. But then it's like God kicks me in the bum and goes, Empress, get up, go outside. And from the time you go outside and you leave the house, you don't have to go far. It's like a different inspiration. You feel inspired to do stuff. So it's very important in the morning, make sure to go outside, even if it's just in your backyard. You would realize, well, look, I could maybe hatch off a few okras in two of these oil pans about here. And the first couple of days, you might not feel like it was worth it. But you see, when them little seedlings start sprouting up, yes, you feel like $1 million, Tisha. You feel like, yes, I can do this. It inspires you to keep going.
I believe you. And I absolutely want to start growing stuff. So once I get there, we will be calling on you for some assistance.
Oh, for sure. And we have lots of horse manure, so you can have some. It really boosts your plants.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So good to speak with you as always. I'm loving this one.
Thank you.
Granted, strong message as always.
Thank you, Tisha. And I love hearing you. I miss you so bad, girl.
I miss you too.
Yes, and I hope you're keeping well. I know it must be hard for you as well, just to keep that light shining for all of us. But we are thankful for our media. We're super thankful for our essential workers to keep some normalcy here in Barbados. We can always tune in to 94.7 and feel like, yeah, I at the ram shot, or I doing a little bit on something here.
Thank you, Ronnie.
Well, thank you too.
Deal.
Yeah, one love.
See me, you realize that I am rocking a head wrap.
How cool is that? I can't wait to get home to get on the net to peep at you.
Right?
Yeah.
I've been rocking head wrap for the last few days.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm loving it. I actually have a lot of head wrap.
Wow.
And I would wear them on the weekend, or if I'm heading out to the supermarket or to run errands, I would wear the head wraps, or I would use my scarf. And my relatives would tell you, a lot of them would ask me, I was wondering if you're Muslim now.
Oh no, but I mean that's fashion. Head wraps is fashion, girl. That is so gorgeous. You must look beautiful, and it probably is bringing out your lovely slanted eyes. So I can.
You realize that I have slanted eyes.
Come on, your eyes so pretty.
Oh, Thank you so much, Empress.
Thank you too. Love you, Tisha.
Thank you for your wonderful music.
Thank you. Bless up.